Hello, my name is Lucie Majerus. I'm a designer from Luxembourg, which is graduated from the Design Academy Eindhoven. And I like to question. And I also like to make people question the ordinary. I like to trigger their imagination and playfulness and make them smile for a moment. My interests lie in conceptual thinking, social cohesion, experiences, our senses, memories, patterns, and experiences. Before I would like to introduce you to my project, I invite you to take a look at my video. When we started this project on visualizing peace and justice, I thought to give it to start with an optimistic point of view and bring some hope and positivity to the world. Peace is such a big word, and I was wondering, do we first need to imagine peace before we can actually create it, just like in a design process? This big word is also very frightening because I feel like I'm just one small designer and peace is something so big, and therefore I try to scale it down and bring it on a personal level and try to make my own definition of what peace is. And I was thinking maybe peace is it a behavior? Is it a state? Is it a moment? Is it an experience or a behavior? I think peace is the connection and the tolerance between people, the openness and the acceptance towards each other. And to illustrate, I had once an experience, a simple moment of peace when I was catching the train to The Hague and I was late and I just missed it, and I wasn't alone. I missed it with someone else and we started talking and finding the next best train together. And in the end, we just traveled together and exchanged our life stories and backgrounds. And when I look back, I think for me it feels like it was a simple moment of peace between two people. If I think about that, and if I look at the history of human and its pattern of war, I feel like the problem of humanity is that we forget that we are actually all humans. And what would be actually, how would the pattern of peace look like? We humans tend to use patterns and ornament to express power and wealth. And I'm interested how we can use ornament and pattern to give power to peace. A pattern is a repetitive element, and I think the power in this metaphor is that we need to keep on going, repeating something to work towards something like peace. And I initiated a project called The Never-Ending Pattern. It's trying to create a circumstance where people can interact and work together towards something. It's a traveling workshop format. It's drawing on tiles. Everybody gets one tile. And there's one rule. You draw a pattern, but you have to connect and start where somebody else finished before you. So in the end, we all create this big, never-ending pattern made by humanity, and also trying to show this unity, because people doing the workshop, they will work together, and the tiles and the pattern act as a kind of visual record of that moment. And the idea is that it is organically growing, getting bigger, and everybody is free to be visually inspired by each other or to express their individual expression. And as a metaphor that we can all do something for peace, you make your tile for peace. And in the end, you get a kind of playful experience what peace can be between people, and you get a kind of grip of you are one part of the bigger picture. In the end, I would like it to spread it as a kind of alternative symbol, a peace symbol that we created by humanity. We are one, and we create one big peace symbol. And I want to place it in the end in a public space, for example, a metro station or a municipality building, where people can be inspired and bring a human touch to architecture. But it was most important that it's never ending, because we always keep on working on peace. And I want to do more workshop editions. I did allow 4. And if you're interested in holding such a workshop, or if you have an idea where I could place it, I'm very up for having your suggestions. And feel free to also join me later, because I made a little setup so we can all continue working on the never-ending pattern. Thank you very much.